ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. You have reached She's Everyday. We are talking about breakups today. Let him own the breakup and he will ultimately regret it. Now, we are talking about breakups in two different ways. There can be lots of reasons you break up, but we're primarily talking about two. He broke up with you for whatever reason, but you don't want the breakup. You thought you guys were great. You really want him back and you're very sad about it. Number two, you broke up with him, but he kind of forced your hand. He did something foolish. Maybe he doesn't want a commitment. Maybe he's disrespecting you, but he forced you to go, okay, we're done. If you can't meet me at this level, if you can't show me this respect, if you can't meet these standards, then we're done. Now make sure that the standards that you have set are reasonable, that any reasonable woman would say, yes, you should expect this in a relationship. So if you have went through a breakup because of one of those two reasons, this video is going to tell you how to make him regret it and make him own the breakup process. If you have watched any of my videos, then you know the steps you need to immediately take if this breakup is fresh and new. Number one, go into no contact. Absolutely no contact with him. Don't call, don't text, don't snap, don't drive by his work, don't talk to his friends, don't comment on any of his social media, don't watch his stories, nothing, no contact at all. And do not accept a friendship because you don't want to be friends. You don't want to be in the friend zone. You don't want him to wean off of you slowly. If he wants this breakup, he's going to have to go cold turkey, and that is harder than he thinks it's going to be. You can watch other videos on how to do that. Also in this phase, you are going to move on. And I know it's hard. I have tons of videos about that. I also have an e-course, 2 e-courses on my website, she'severyday.com, that will tell you how to move on and how to move on in a high value way. You want to move on and transform to become this wonderful, amazing woman that every other woman your ex goes out with is going to pale in comparison to you. Maybe you weren't a high value woman in the relationship, but he's going to see you transform into that and go, wow, what did I miss? She's really great. She has become a wonderful person. I'm so much more attracted to her now. You need to change yourself, and don't change yourself for him. Change yourself for you, but the added bonus is he is going to see that. I find the number one reason, well, number one and number two reason that a man comes back after they've broken your heart, after the breakup, they come back because they see, wow, you have become exceptional. You have become dynamic. They begin to obsess over you. And when you start dating somebody else, when you start dating a better man, those two things coupled together will get a man back quicker than you think. And my e-courses tell you exactly step by step how to do that, how to post on your social media, all the traits you need to become this high value woman, how he's going to notice that. It's packed full. Get it, she'severyday.com, click the e-courses and books tab, and it will take you right there. So now in the next step or phase of this, step 2, he's going to want you back. So if you've done all that, you are shining like the brilliant light that you were created to be, and you're moving on, maybe you're dating other people, he's going to want you back. He's going to start reaching out to you, just saying, hey, what's up? Do not engage in any thoughtful manner. Do not say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear from you. How are you? You could respond after your no contact time. My e-course tells you how long that will be. You can respond by saying, hey, I'm great, thanks. It's very chill. You're not overly excited to talk to him, but you're not snubbing him and treating him distant either. You're just kind of indifferent. He might even ask you out or ask if you can do something. And then you can say, you know, I don't think the issues from our past were resolved, so I don't think we need to be going out on a date, but hey, best of luck. That's going to drive him crazy. He's going to try to convince you that you need to get back with him, or you at least need to have a date with him, or he's going to get angry and he's going to start gaslighting you and saying, well, you broke up with me, you're the one out there dating other people and I'm not, and you were the one that called all this off. He's going to try to throw the blame back on you when he fully knows that all he had to do was straighten up his act. All he had to do was treat you with respect. All he had to do was stop texting other women or talking to his ex or ditching you all the time or ghosting you, orbiting you. All he had to do was show up as a man, as a high value man in this relationship. And he failed to do so. Or he didn't see the value in you. He thought there was somebody else better. He broke up with you. Now he's back and he wants you back, and he's kind of aggravated that you're not giving him the chance. So instead of just saying, I am really sorry, I know I pushed you into this breakup. You gave me an ultimatum, and it was really an opportunity to be a great man, and I failed the test. He might say, I thought that I wanted something else and I didn't see how much I cared about you, and that was my fault. So if he comes to the table with some kind of a sincere apology and a willingness to work this out, a willingness to meet you on those standards that you have set, great. Most times a man will not do that. He will dig in his heels, he will get so stubborn, and he will try to make it appear that this breakup is all on you, that you did something to cause it, you gave the ultimatum, your standards were too high, you pushed him in that direction, whatever. He will try to throw the shade on you and get you to go, okay, well, maybe we can talk, and try to get you to own some of the breakup. Do not do it. So in that next step, step 3, you need to remind him, look, you're not going to throw the blame on me. You have to own this breakup, and you can own the responsibility of us getting back together. You know what you need to do. So maybe you are willing to get back together, and you can tell him that, but only if these certain conditions are met, only if this level of respect is going to happen. I'm not taking the blame for it. I'm not falling at your feet. I'm not going to beg and cry and just be willing to compromise my morals because you want back together and you're too prideful and stubborn to admit it. And you can just say that. You can kind of say it laughing and say, I know it's hard for you to admit that you messed this up. I know that's difficult for you, but I'm not taking the responsibility on with this one. If I'm at fault, I will take responsibility for the way I acted or what I did. But this particular area, this particular topic, this issue that caused the breakup, I'm not taking that on. That's all on you. And you can turn it around at any point in time you want. And then you just walk away and say, if you can do that, great. Otherwise, I've got things to do. I have a life to live and I'm going to go live it. If we're not on the same page, and if you're not willing to come to the table and admit what happened here, then that's all right. Ladies, when you stay that calm, that chill, that confident, even a little playful, like you're not angry at all. It's almost like you're dealing with a stubborn child. This stubborn little kid has just dug his heels in, and he does not want to admit that he's wrong, and he wants what he wants. And he's just throwing a fit because he's mad that he can't get it. So a child would throw a temper tantrum. He is going to gaslight you, be passive aggressive, go silent, throw out insults. He's going to do all sorts of things. You just need to remain calm and say, you're going to have to own this breakup, and you can own the reconciliation if you want, but here's what I need to see. When you become that set on what you want and that confident, I'm not telling you not to give and not to compromise if you think that's what you need to do. If you were at fault, then by all means do that. Or if you think you're asking for too much, by all means, self-analyze and go, okay, where can I give in here? But if you really know, look, this is what I want a future. I want a commitment from you. I want exclusivity from you, whatever it is, then you stick to your guns. He will be obsessed over this topic. He will be thinking, how can I get her back without admitting that I'm wrong? And you just say, no, you're going to own it. And then we can start fresh. But that's the only way this is going to work. Ultimately, he's going to have to come to that decision that he's going to have to humble himself, admit his shortcomings, and say, you're right, I am sorry. I am sorry for this and this and this and this and this. Can we please try to make this work again? Then if you want to, you can say, yeah, we can. Let's take it slow because I don't want to just jump back in where we were, but we can try to give this another chance. If you just jump back into a relationship with him so fast, he doesn't really have to think about how hard he had to work to get you back. And he might break up with you again just as quickly the next time. You need to take it slow, not only to prove a point to him that he's going to have to work to get you back, to make sure that this is what you want, that you give yourself some time to make sure he really is sincere. Now, let's say this guy is not willing to make those changes. He is just too stubborn. Well, guess what? That's where the regret comes in. He will regret losing you for the rest of his life. You will ultimately be the one that got away. You will move on and you will meet an amazing man because now you have this whole toolbox full of all these wonderful high value traits. You're going to find somebody even better. but he is going to regret the day that he broke up with you. Ladies, I want to see you win in every single area of your life, especially in breakups, because that's where you find the most growth. When you handle a breakup with grace, with dignity, with some self-analyzing, but you handle it so well, you grow so much, and life just gets wonderful. Other men come into your life, friends come into your life, but your exes always come back around. Ladies, God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.